Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. TJ O'Connor with me as always, Damian the Wolverine Hill. And Trash Talk is joined tonight by the Cannon Shannon Clark, who's fighting February 21st at LFA 82 at Mystic Lake Casino. But first, Trash Talk is always brought to you by our lovely sponsors: Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Shrinks Tattoo, Origin Wellness CBD, Spartan Martial Arts, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, The Fighters, and my mom. Shannon, thank you for taking the time to join us. How are you doing tonight?
Good, thank you guys.
Yeah, no problem. We love having you on. It's a pleasure every time, and especially before this one. I mean, you've had plenty of fights for LFA, but I think that this is one of the more high-profile fights. You know, with her being ranked number one in the Trash Talk rankings, and the success that she's been having recently, and then also your last performance. I mean, wow, this is a good fight. How are you feeling about it?
Feeling good. I feel like this is the best camp so far. It was just like right after the last fight, and then we had a whole Christmas week, and then 8 weeks to this one. We still got 2 weeks to go, and everybody's just here all the time. Same as always. I don't know. It's a good one. It's gonna be a good fight too. And it's number one girl again. Last year, this time I fought the number one girl as well. Remember?
Look at that. Staying consistent, always fighting the best. And I agree with Damian. Your performance, your last fight, Shannon, you told us before the fight that you felt like that was the best you coming into the fight. And to be frank, every fighter says that. But I want to go on record and agree with you. That was the best Shannon Clark I've ever seen. The pace you were able to push. I feel like you landed 70% of the shots you threw. You were very patient. You picked all your shots. You mentioned the momentum transferring over to this. You took the week off for Christmas, which you definitely earned. What's the momentum been like in the gym coming off of that big win?
You know what it feels like when you walk in the gym and they're like, "Hey, champ, how you doing?" I know you feel like you've had that happen before. It's like a great feeling. I don't know. So that's fun. Plus, we have like kickboxing fights in a month from now, so we got like 12 guys training for that. And I've just been learning a lot. This whole year has been learning a lot, but like now I'm finally seeing the difference between Muay Thai and kickboxing and MMA, and the difference between jiu-jitsu and MMA. Like going to these seminars is really helping. We've had a lot of those. Just learning experiences.
Hell yeah. Well, I think you're doing the right thing, soaking in all the knowledge, learning how to put it together separately and then ultimately putting it together and knowing that it's all different when you do put it together and different things are open and all of that. Like, you're definitely doing the right things. You said that your knowledge is growing. And last time we talked to you, you were talking about intensity. And yeah. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about the last fight. I want to talk about this one. But man, a whole nother level of intensity did I see from you, and you were actually able to get the finish. That was so amazing. Now, what's the combination of the knowledge that you speak on now and the intensity that you showed in your last fight? How is that going to play as a factor into this fight? And are you looking to, ride the wave?
Yeah, we go the rising tide lifts all boats. That's what we've been saying at the end of class, jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. So like being good to your partner so everybody learns together. And it's like a good, you said wave, so that popped in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, like being mean is part of it too. That's something that I'm working on. Getting meaner and tougher. What was the question?
Oh, I think you answered. I'm kind of blanking on it right now too, because you said you're working on getting mean, but you said it with kind of a shy smile. And yeah. I'm like, you are the nicest person in the world. You and Thomas Peterson are two of the nicest people that I know that fight. And it's just amazing to see that how you both can go out there and kind of hit that switch, and you learning how to hit that switch now. What has been, I don't know, we're sponsored by a sports psychologist now. So I want to know, like, what actually went into getting yourself to find that switch?
Well, it's mostly these guys saying you have to be meaner. You have to be meaner. For 6 months, they've been telling me be meaner, hit me harder, stuff like that. And I don't know. When I get it. Like they're tough, they can take it, but I don't know myself, like my own strength enough, or I don't know. Maybe I do, but like I don't want to hurt anybody in the practice because like then they have to go to the hospital. They can't train, and because like those big guys, that happens to them sometimes when they're going hard with each other. But I went to a Valhalla over Christmas break. I saw James Clark, and he was telling me about how Josh has never gotten hit in the face in a boxing match, and
Yep.
the psychology, the hypnosis kind of stuff that he used to go with, tell with him to do and stuff like that. So I was like all into that, bro. That's really cool. So every time you guys mention that, I'm like, ooh, gotta keep
Yeah.
positive thoughts. Gotta keep telling myself that I'm mean, and
Definitely.
move my head.
Definitely.
And
I mean, it's not the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog. So, I mean, it's getting that inner strength and the want to fight. And Damien mentioned your intensity, but my favorite part about your intensity, like you said, is figuring out who you are. Is you're such a bubbly personality that even as you're so intense, you just have the biggest smile. You can generally see that you love being in that moment. I mean,
yeah,
is that a fair assessment that you generally love what you're doing right now?
yeah, just being in the moment is a good reminder. Just always to be in the moment, like no matter what, when you're teaching kids or doing jujitsu or like driving in your car or going to the gas station and going to pay the person instead of just the machine and then get back in your car and grumble to work or whatever you do. You know, just
Yeah.
like, hey, have a good day. And it works. It like helps you have a good day just to like say that. I think that's what I do. I don't know. I gotta
Oh,
tell myself that stuff sometimes. You know,
yeah.
it's like shoot. Well, I also watched a few of your guys, like pretty much all of them, and I
Well,
was gonna
thank you.
say,
Yeah, thank you.
you guys asked me to do one. I watched Angel Pacheco. I was like, when they asked me, I'm just gonna say whatever he said. He said it, like everything he said. I was like, I like it. I wish I could just remember that. But then, who's he fighting? Uh,
Felipe.
Felipe said some. I was watching his, and he said, I was like, oh, everything he says. I wonder who he's fighting. And it was Angel Pacheco. I was like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
everything those guys said. That's ditto.
Yeah. Oh man,
And
you
then
speak about living in the
CJ
moment.
Hayes.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, in the moment.
Yeah, no, I was
But
like,
CJ Hayes is too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's what me and TJ are doing right now is just living in the moment. We get to
Every
talk to
day.
everybody and get to see exactly why each fight is exciting, you know? And I spoke with Olivia in the past, and I spoke with you multiple times in the past. Man, what do you think is gonna get everybody excited about this fight?
Ha! One of Olivia's interviews I saw, like it was in the summertime, and she said, I don't know who she was fighting, but she said, yeah, I've been training with a lot of good girls. I trained with Shannon Clark and Jordan Kazi. So we have trained together. So
Okay, yeah.
that's pretty cool. And it's the only girl fight on the card. I don't know why anybody wants to watch it, but it looks fun to me.
Don't say that. Oh my God, you guys are both very exciting fighters. I think that's why people want to see that. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the thing. Now I know, like now I like to watch them, but when I was just training, I thought, oh, how do these people, how do they do it? I didn't understand that it's a sport and everybody's training for this and they're getting better. There's skills they're using, you know,
yep.
but my friends and family, they don't train. So they're going to come and watch me because they love me or they want to have fun. Oh, and it's my little sister's 25th birthday that night. So happy birthday, Sarah. She comes to all of my fights. She screams the loudest. When I'm fighting, you hear that high pitched voice. That's my little sister. That's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a really fun night. I hope for everybody that's involved. And I mean, oh my God, like yeah, you said like that's a lot behind you. You know the support system that you have, and then also being your sister's birthday. That's pretty amazing. Have you so I guess the last time that you fought it was that on her birthday or close to her birthday as well?
Yeah, the next day was her birthday.
Okay.
Those,
So and now it's
or
actually
the
on
day
the day.
before. Yeah.
Okay. Now that it's actually on the day, do you feel like an extra little bit of motivation too?
Yeah. Of course. I can't so this next couple weeks is gonna be so intense because it's like the last 2 weeks is always the funnest anyways because it's all intense. But now it's like now I have that motivation to get up earlier, eat a little healthier, like cleaner, like go a little bit harder than ever.
Yeah. And you mentioned you guys have trained together a little bit in the past. How do you feel about her as a person and how your two personalities connect after this fight? I mean, because when the cage door shuts, you have to block all of that out. But after, do you see yourselves being friends and hanging out after this fight?
Yeah, of course, we're all friends, but that's in the after fight interview I'll say more. But right now I don't know her or anything about her.
That
Boom.
yeah, that's the perfect way of looking at it because I mean that's like the one thing, and I mean that's why you see a lot of people I think default to the instant trash talking or belittling their opponent is because it's so hard to fight someone when you actually like them. It's like I mean, I fight my friends every
Yeah,
day, but when it really matters, I mean, it's a little bit different. But like you said, nonetheless, it's just an opponent. This is a big fight. I think stylistically, you two match up very well. I feel like this is going to be a high pace, high cardio fight. What have you, without giving away a game plan or anything like that, what type of fight are you expecting, and what do you have to do to make sure you get your hand raised?
I've heard it's the classic striker versus grappler match, and all I have to do is follow the plan, and if I follow the plan, that's a win. So uh, I'm the striker versus her, the grappler. That's how I've heard it's gonna go. So you'll see more patience from me again, and patience. That's the thing. I
Yeah.
might. Yep. That's all I got for now. I just listen to the plan and do it for them at the
I got
time.
I kind of have a two-parter. All right. So well, I guess it's not really a two-parter. It's just the fact that the one's a statement and then the next one's a question. So it's two parts technically, you know. But
My bad.
but you and Olivia with this matchup, when you said the striker versus grappler, which do you feel is which? Are you the grappler or is she the grappler?
She's the grappler.
And then on top of that, I keep getting glimpses of your shirt. Could you show that to me really quick? And who is that on there?
That's me, the striker.
That picture, I knew the picture looked familiar. Oh my God, that's badass.
So I don't
Oh,
know if you go to my Facebook, it was one of my profile pictures once, and I'm gonna try to show you the back. So I'm gonna set it up somewhere and turn around.
okay.
It's oh, that might not work, but there's a chair here, so
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shannon declared it. Cannon. Oh my God. That L
that's
somehow.
okay. I've heard so many different nicknames. It's fun.
Yeah. No. Oh man. No, I really like that chair. That's really dope. Do you have those available already?
Yeah, I got and also so I got an order and they all got like taken up. And so drop your sizes in the comments on this video and we'll get you one.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
I'm dropping mine.
Sweet.
Oh yeah. No, I had to throw that in there. I was like, I started to forget my first question too, because I ramble a lot. I don't know
Same.
if you noticed that from some of the interviews. I'll start off with the question and then kind of forget it. But one of the things that I wanted to mention earlier in the interview was the camps that both of you guys come from. You both come from some very good camps. Damn it, I lost my question again. I
Yeah,
got smoking.
that's all right.
Yeah,
She's got a couple teammates fighting too. And
yeah.
I went to Wisconsin the other day, hiked the bluffs. Like, oh, she's
Just
close.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You mentioned going to Wisconsin to get some work in. This fight is taking place, I mean, in Minnesota, obviously, but I feel like it's taking place at your home field. I mean, we don't get home field advantages, but I feel like if there's anybody that fights at Mystic Lake, I mean, no, not many people are fighting there more often than you. what type of support are you expecting? I know you guys kind of touched on this when I had a temporary hiatus to go on dad duty, but what type of atmosphere are you expecting in the crowd? Have you got a lot of people telling you they're going to come support for this fight?
I've sold more tickets this time. Like no, all the other fights, it's like the last week everybody buys a ticket and like 2 days before.
Yeah.
And this time I set goals like 10 this week, 10 this week. So I'm proud of myself for like doing that. But still, it's always loud when we're fighting. Like I think it's gonna be a good crowd. And yeah, I sold a lot of general admission. I don't know. I got online, LFAtix.com. Pick me as your resource. What guy who referred you. And, you can have your own seat on the stage. Is a really good deal. I'd pick that if I was watching.
Yeah. No, oh my God. I'm really excited for this night. There's a bunch of fights that are really exciting that stand out on this card. Yours being one of them. I can't wait for this night. Before we wrap it up tonight, do you have any sponsors or teammates you'd like to thank?
I want to thank all my teammates that are here. Like everybody's really nice and like support. Well, we're all mean.
Yeah.
We're getting mean together. We're working good together. We're going to Joey Nova's, this little pizza place, on the Saturday afterwards to have a meal together. And Gary, the pizza guy there, thanks Gary for letting us come, getting us some pizza, salads, because we got fights coming up soon too. And that's going to be a great day. He's really cool. Actually, my dentist, she gave me a filling. Lynn Family Dentistry. Been there my whole life. It's a really great place. My teeth feel good. Thanks all my team, my friends and family, my sister. She comes to all my fights. Thank you, Sarah. And thanks my mom and dad, of course. Love you guys.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's great to have all that support.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this night again. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. Probably say it at least 100,000 more before this night. And yeah, people watching, hit that like button, like this video, subscribe to Trash Talk with Damian and TJ. Do not be a hoe.